Yo, 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 what up, y'all? It's your boy Rob coming back at you once again with another live stream. So before we get started, you already know what to do. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the bell icon twice. Smash the like button, share this video out to all of your followers, and let's get it cracking, all right? So if you guys have not subscribed to the backup channels, take a moment, make sure that you subscribe to the backup channels. Also, make sure that you follow my other social media, Twitch, D Live, Trovo, also Twitter, Facebook, IG, all the basic stuff, and all the info for all of that stuff is on the channels part of the homepage, on the about part of the homepage, and in the description box. All right. For people who enjoy the content, who are able to and would like to contribute to helping the platform grow, the best way to do that is to hit that Patreon link in the comments section, all right, for $5.99 to help expand and improve the platform. All right. If you download the Patreon app, that also allows you to get another notification to ensure that you do not miss any live streams. When videos become outdated and I remove them and hide them, everything is still available on Patreon. So you always have full access to the entire library of content on Patreon. All right. Shout out to my man Terrence Jackson. What's going on with it, bro? Good to see you as always. So AOC, everybody's favorite airhead. All right. AOC, the airhead of Congress. That's what AOC stands for. Now, AOC is not my favorite politician at all. At all. All right. However, in my opinion, in this situation, she's on the right side of history. All right. And the reason why I say that is because there's a entitled male Karen, aka a Chad, who just decides to just literally unapologetically decide to go up to her and just, we're just gonna say all kinds of stereotypical nonsense, do it with a smile on my face. No police officers are gonna run and tackle you or anything. And I don't know if I would say that this is AOC getting her non-white wake-up call, because I'm sure she knows about the non-white wake-up calls. But this is, I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if this is a learning experience for her. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But the reason why I'm showing this video is because how many times do we see a lot of these morons act like this? And what ends up happening is the other person that they harass or the other person that they harm gets made out to be the villain. Shouts out to Carla Lockhart. We've been harassed by Chads ever since they came in contact with the continent, and somehow we're the villain, which, in my opinion, we need to just embrace that villain role. You know what I'm saying? Look at Vladimir Putin. Look at President Xi Jinping. They do a great job at it. You know what I'm saying? And we'll be talking about them more when I get a chance to do this reparations stream. But for now, what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to pay very close attention to this video. All right. And I want to see what you guys think about what goes on here. All right. So real quick, before we get started, ladies and gentlemen, we got 8 live viewers. Shouts out to everybody that's watching. You guys know what I'm about to ask. Please make sure you guys smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, hit the bell. Also, share the video out to your various social media, and tell a friend about Blacklight Revelations. Get them in here to come hang out with you and see if they enjoy the content as well. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into this.
See, my favorite big booty Latina. I love you, AOC. You're my favorite. She wants to kill babies, but she's still beautiful. You look very beautiful in that dress. You look very sexy. Look at that booty on AOC. That's my favorite big booty Latina.
Want to do a little selfie?
I love it. My favorite AOC. Nice to meet you, AOC. Look how sexy she looks in that dress. Woo, I love it, AOC. Hot, hot, hot like a tamale. See, my favorite big booty Latina.
So now what I find interesting about this is, I don't know if you guys are aware, but this isn't the first time a conservative Chad damn near jizzed in his pants over AOC. A couple years ago, there were some tweets that came out that these guys were saying some extremely just blatantly disgusting shit about her. And my thing is like, she's an airhead. She's an idiot. She's not my favorite politician at all. But at the end of the day, there's just a way that you're supposed to conduct yourself. and that ain't it. And what I find fascinating is that somehow in this situation, if you listen to these people, she's the villain because, quote, she asked for it, because, quote, she's an attention seeker. Okay, I can give you that. I think she is an attention seeker. I don't think in that moment she was seeking attention other than, I don't think there was anything crazy about that outfit. I don't think her booty was just sticking out like a fucking onion bubble where, no guy could walk past without, popping a woody. I don't think it wasn't that deep. You know what I'm saying? So, like, this is the kind of behavior that these people do, and this is what they encourage. And it's just like, okay. But then if you turn around and actually say something about it, somehow you're being anti-white because you're not allowing these people to do this. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Val. What up with it? So, what do you guys think about that? This is what she says. She says, here's a video he posted of the incident. I was actually walking over to deck him because if no one will protect us, then I'll do it myself. But I needed to catch a vote more than a case today. So she had her little Alexandria from the block moment. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to play this again.
See, my favorite big booty Latina. I love you, AOC. You're my favorite. She wants to kill babies, but she's still beautiful. You look very beautiful in that dress. You look very sexy. Look at that booty on AOC. That's my favorite big booty Latina.
I want to do a little selfie.
I love it. My favorite AOC. Nice to meet you, AOC. Look how sexy she looks in that dress. Woo, I love it, AOC. Hot, hot, hot like a tamale. See, my favorite big booty.
See, now the thing about these sexual deviants is that they're not kidding. You know what I'm saying? Like, they really do think that she looks attractive. Like, he's not lying about that. But these are the very people that say, attack the point, not the person. Attack the point, not the person. I'm trying to figure out what his opinion of her ass has to do with her political stances. Okay, he called her a baby killer. You know what I'm saying? We all know AOC is a pro-abortion feminist. Okay, so argue the points. I don't understand what that did for anybody other than his own degenerate gratification. Now, what if her husband, because I'm pretty sure she's married. What if her husband had to just came up and just flatlined him from the side? You know what I mean? So, like I said, I'm not an AOC fan, but in my opinion, in this situation here, she's on the right side of history. You know what I'm saying? So now, Amazing Lucas had actually did a video about this, and I made a comment on the video, and there was some chads that weren't really happy. You know what I'm saying? And, I had to give them the business in the comment section, but they're like, oh, I see a white knight. Now, I don't see myself white knighting. Like, there's just what's called normal behavior and just what's not. Now, the problem is that that's normal behavior for white men, but that's not normal behavior for men, period. Now, another thing that I find fascinating is that all of these empowerment women, you'd think these empowerment women would take an opportunity to exploit this situation and show examples of men being inappropriate and men being toxically masculine. I haven't seen any women make any content about that situation. And the sad thing is, the reason why none of those women have made any content about that situation is because it wasn't a black man that was doing it. Because those content creators are so not creative, the only content that they can make is when they search the web and find, content with a black person doing something. See, me, I don't care about that. If it's wrong, it's wrong. If it's right, it's right. In my opinion, that's wrong. It ain't about white knighting. It ain't about none of that shit. It ain't about simping. It ain't about none of that. I would, if I happened to be somewhere and I saw my son behaving that way towards a woman, I would snatch his ass up. So this is her response. This is what she said. And again, what I'm trying to figure out is where the female empowerment people are about this. Because the female empowerment people are always talking about toxic masculinity. But if you understand what the bell curve was written about, toxic masculinity is nothing more than a racial slur against black men. You can't have toxic masculinity without some kind of unit to count the toxicity. And white people have come up with pseudoscience and claim that black men are hyper masculine because of testosterone production. It's one of the reasons why they justify racism and say that we're inherently prone to crime. And conservatives believe that, like God. So just anytime you hear toxic masculinity, just understand that that's a dog whistle for a black man. Despite the fact that as many, females out there will attempt to emasculate and say that, there's LGBTQ people. I mean, there's LGBTQ people from every community. There's no measurable objective chemical that measures somebody's, propensity to be a member of the LGBTQ community. If we're talking about toxic masculinity on a lab value, you have to have a range, and on the high end of that range is a toxic. The hormone that's associated with masculinity is testosterone. So just understand that when anybody, regardless if it's a woman, regardless of if it's a man, when they reference toxic masculinity, it's a dog whistle for black men. And it came directly from the bell curve. And it doesn't matter if they agree with you or not. None of that matters. What matters is that I'm right. What matters is that you can go and look up what I'm saying. So all of the emotional arguments, all of the all lives matter, all of the babbling, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? That's what you guys need to understand, especially as men.
Hey everybody, I'm here in the Capitol. See this guy right there? Right there. When I was walking up, he said, hey, right in front of the Capitol police officer, said, hey, here's this, look at that big ass, look at that big juicy booty, this Latina, like whatever, all the bunch of racist, sexist stuff. I think the thing that was so crazy about that incident is not even that it happened, but that it happened on the Capitol steps right in front of a Capitol police officer. And this dude was engaged, like this wasn't about a political opinion or protest or anything like that. He was engaged in very clearly sexually threatening, aggressive behavior right in front, on the Capitol steps in front of an officer. And he wasn't even asked to take a step back.
That's called Chad privilege, AOC. You should ask your husband about it because he's got it. That's what you should do if you actually want to learn about it. You and your husband should do some role play and have him act like he's about to choke the shit out of you in public and see how many people run up and help you or see how many people cheer him on. Yeah, she is from New York. What up with it, Cameron? What's good? So now here it says Representative Ocasio-Cortez shares video of man who harassed her on steps of U.S. Capitol. So now here's my question. How do you guys feel about what you saw go on? Now, is that typical behavior for a Chad? In my opinion, yeah. You can find many different videos, many different things to show evidence of that. My man Carlton says white folks don't care about no Capitol. They make rules. Yeah, I mean, what color was the Capitol police officer? When there's no black people around, you the black person, AOC. When ain't no black people around. That's why I don't understand why these non-white people decide to just cuck for white supremacy. As soon as ain't none of us around, you the black person. That's why nobody did anything. Chads do that all the time. And the thing that's interesting is that there's groups of women that that advocate for Chads having the freedom to do that because they feel that they're the epitome of masculinity and have dominated the world as a chosen group. But if you look up and see the psychology behind white supremacy, then you'll know that, yeah, sure, they are chosen. They're chosen for expiration, extinction, and genetic annihilation, and nothing else. So, as far as chosen ones go, sure. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly, Ricky. AOC is clueless. But the one thing that she does have a clue about is that she's not black, except for when it's time for her to throw herself into being a descendant of slaves. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. You know what I'm saying? So now Cameron Jones says, is AOC cute to any of you? Now, here's my thing. You guys know my scale, and I don't know if you've been around. I don't have like numbers or cuteness like how KS and some people do. There's only yes or no for me. You know what I'm saying? There's only yes or no. It's all absolutes. There's no gray areas. Yes or no. You know what I'm saying? Which means that there's a large number and a wide range of yeses and a large number and a wide range of no's. So whatever that means, right? So now here it says hot, hot, hot like a tamale. The man yelled as Democratic lawmaker climbed the steps heading to the Capitol. See my favorite big booty Latina AOC. I mean, it's just fascinating how just, you know. Shouts out to Lunch. What up with it, bro? That is behavior that is exhibited because of no consequences. And what I find interesting is that we just talked about that Emmett Till thing on the last live stream. And we talked about how there's no consequences. Here we are at another situation where there's no consequences. And AOC seems to be clueless. Cameron Jones said, I never seen her booty. Bet it's trash. That's hilarious. So now here it says Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez on Wednesday shared a video on Twitter of a man harassing her and making derogatory comments about her appearance and her support for abortion rights on the steps outside of the U.S. Capitol. Now, again, remember, the conservatives have a history of making degrading and disgusting, nasty sexual remarks towards her. I don't know if you guys were aware. I might have to look up that old article, but they intercepted some tweets and put the tweets out of it just saying sick shit. They weren't just saying sick shit about AOC either. They were saying some sick stuff about some of the black women in politics as well. I think they mentioned Stacey Abrams or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Ricky Jones says AOC plays both sides of the fence. In reality, she's white. Absolutely. That's a fact. That's 110% facts. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says in a tweet, Ocasio-Cortez said she posted about a deeply disgusting incident that happened today on the Capitol steps, but later deleted it because it's clearly someone seeking extremist fame. And the thing is that there might be some truth to that, because that same guy, he hangs around Washington, D.C. and harasses people all the time. There was actually another conservative politician. I'm not exactly sure who it was. If you guys watch Amazing Lucas's video about this, he shows it. He was harassing him, not in the same fashion. He wasn't, you know what I'm saying, oh, you know, you got a nice booty. You know, he wasn't saying none of that. But, you know, he was just following this guy around and just harassing him. Now, the thing is that this is what these people do. And they do this to try to invoke an emotional reaction. They'll hang around and do all of this nonsense. And then as soon as you flip out, they'll be like, oh, my God, you hit me. I'm a reporter. You hit me. I'm a reporter. You hit me. I mean, just the literal level of stupidity that is indigenous to these people is just mind-boggling to me. It's just mind-boggling to me, man. Cameron got me cracking up with the emojis. My man Kid Fit says, "Uh-oh, we got a man who builds in the title." You know it's a good. You know it has to be good. It has to be 10 times better simply because it's dealing with a man who builds. I mean, everybody knows that their ice is colder. Duh. Duh. Come on now. Duh. So now here it says it's just a bummer to work in an institution that openly allowed all this, but talking about it only invites more. Just really sad, she wrote. In another tweet, Ocasio-Cortez shared a video of the incident, which appeared to have been recorded by the man. All right, so I don't, maybe this is a different angle of it. Let me see. Oh, no. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. So, yo, KO Kid Fit, did you see this video? I'm gonna play this real quick for KO Kid Fit because I don't know if he's seen this yet. You should make a video about this. you should make a skit about this. You know what I'm saying? Look at this. Look at this. Hold on real quick. And these motherfuckers are so corny. So corny. You know what I'm saying? But according to compatibility profiles and according to women, you know what I'm saying, this is the dominant group of males. And speaking of dominant groups, you know, Kevin Samuels always pitted other groups of women against black women, which I never think is a good idea. But this woman right here, Zendaya, I think she damn near killed herself attempting to cook. So, you know, that kind of tells you what kind of housewife she's gonna make. Usually people are looking for explosive sex, not explosive meals. You know what I'm saying? So that should count against her on the inventory of womanhood, in my opinion, but probably not gonna.
See, my favorite big booty Latina. I love you, AOC. You're my favorite. She wants to kill babies, but she's still beautiful. You look very beautiful in that dress. You look very sexy. Look at that booty on AOC. That's my favorite big booty Latina.
I want to do a little selfie.
I love it. My favorite AOC. Nice to meet you, AOC. Look how sexy she looks in that dress. Woo, I love it, AOC. Hot, hot, hot like a tamale. See, my favorite big booty Latina. I love.
He said hot, hot, hot like a tamale. You know what I'm saying? I think it might have been more culturally appropriate if he said hot like an empanada. You know what I'm saying? But I guess that would make me woke simply for, you know, knowing the difference between Puerto Ricans and Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and they even had different kind of tamales. You know what I'm saying? If you know, if you go to South America and Central America, they use banana leaves on their tamales. In Mexico, they use corn husks. But when you're white, why appreciate any other culture? All other cultures should thank you for your historic, disgusting theft, right? So I guess we should just be thanking them, like Thanksgiving. For what? I have no idea, but that's the logic. You know, you start talking about tails and crawling around on all fours and eating blood burgers, and people start getting offended and call you anti-white. You know what I'm saying? But they can just, you know, mix and match your culture. They can sit around and say, you know, the N-word and come up with all kinds of systems of white supremacy and, you know what I'm saying, basically genocide entire ethnicities and races of people. Yeah, no, it's just okay. Listen, man, when it comes to race relationships, white people have the absolute worst record of any group on the planet. And that should be part of world history, as far as I'm concerned. My man KO Kid Fit said that I've realized the trend on my channel. I'm realizing that you have to be blue-pilled in race to make it on YouTube. Yeah, you do. That's one of the reasons why Abba and Preach move how they move. If Abba and Preach kept it unapologetic, you know what I'm saying? If Abba and Preach just came out just unabashedly B1, you think they'd have 1 million subscribers? I think they could. The problem is the subscribers. It's not so much the content creator. The problem is that white people will forego differences to be harmful towards other groups. For whatever reason, it seems like we just can't forego petty differences. And we have to have absolutes. You've got to be pro-black, bliggity black, B1 black, back, biggity black, black, Umar Johnson, black. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not, then I can't listen to you. I can't listen. None of those white people are ideologically clones of each other, except for when it comes to racism. Other than that, they're not ideological clones, but they can forego the differences. When people start to truly empower, when people start to truly value empowerment, they'll forego differences. But I don't think I gotta agree with Dr. Claude Anderson. Something existential just hasn't happened bad enough. Black people still want to move silly, so silly shit happens. You know what I'm saying? My man KO Kid Fit says my subs barely change because I go up and down. Yeah. And you'll see that. Now be a sellout. You know what I'm saying? Be a sellout. And see, somebody should have asked that dude that got mad, because I guarantee you it was a white dude. Do you get mad at Civil War reenactments? Like, do they enrage you that much? Like, if you're driving through Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, when you see a civil rights or a Civil War reenactment, did you get out of your car and stand in the middle of it? Yep. And the thing is that, I mean, can you really get mad at them about that? There's always an alpha and a beta relationship. And if people don't want to get on alpha vibrations and want to continue to allow themselves to be dominated, you can't get mad at the person dominating. That's just what happens. It's just nature. So until people make that decision, I mean, again, this is why I always ask the question, is the world correct or is it not correct? We're not unwilling participants in our life. You know what I'm saying? Like, life's not a spectator sport, but we treat it like a spectator sport. So since we treat it like a spectator sport, that means that we don't have any influence on it. We just observe, which is what we do. That's why we think that if we don't listen to something, it just goes away. I don't even listen to this person. So they still said it. The fuck? I laugh when people say that shit. I'll be like, yo, did you hear this shit this crazy motherfucker said? I don't listen to that motherfucker. Okay, and they still said it just because you didn't listen to him. A million other people heard him. You're one person. Who gives a fuck if you didn't listen? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand that logic. You know what I mean? Yeah, I shouted you out, Muffet, but I don't think that you happen to be in that stream. But yeah, shouts out to my man Muffet. You know what I'm saying? Muffet joined the Patreon the other day. You know what I'm saying? So we're building up that Patreon community. You know what I'm saying? One Patreon at a time. So you guys should go over there and check it out. Like I said, you know, I go through and I do a lot of streams and stuff like that. So I go through, and the ones that aren't getting continuous views, you know what I'm saying, I hide them, but they're all available on Patreon. You know what I'm saying? And also, you guys can send me direct messages on Patreon. And once I start getting more Patreon members, like once I get about 50 Patreon members, I'm going to start trying to do more Patreon and members only videos. You know what I'm saying? And hey, nothing wrong with you don't need to apologize to me, Val. You're absolutely right. That's what I always say. World domination is the only solution. And I don't even mean that in a confrontational way. The world has demonstrated that without being checked, they can't behave without harming us. So that means that we have to take entire control to prevent ourselves from being harmed. period. I mean, my opinion, Magneto wasn't wrong. You know what I'm saying? The world wanted to quarantine and harm mutants. Magneto said, first of all, we're stronger than these people. Second of all, these people have proven that they want to harm us and they can't coexist with us. So in order for us to survive, we have to dominate the entire world and regulate these people. I mean, I don't know why nobody has seen that that's what the evidence shows. That the evidence literally shows that. You know, like, yeah, sure, we can coexist as long as I'm making the rules and I got the gun with all the bullets in it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not trying to coexist where you're making rules for me. Nope. That's not coexistence. That's subjugation. That's domination. I'm willing to coexist if I'm the one doing the dominating. Because I know that I'm not going to go out of my way to try to harm other people. But I need to have all the tools and the assets and the ability to instill consequences on people who want to try to harm me. And if you guys notice, every villain is always the same. Like I said, Megatron was the same. Dr. Doom is the same. Magneto is the same. They make you try to feel guilty for self-preservation. There is no guilt in self-preservation. That's why white people say no white guilt, because white supremacy is their preservation strategy. So there's no white guilt. I had to kill a couple black people so I could live. Oh, well. Which we all know is not true, scientifically or mathematically, but it's their justification. We have to dominate the world so that we can live. Our excuse is that we're the smallest group and we could be genetically annihilated. I mean, the world doesn't owe you life. If you get genetically annihilated, then you just get genetically annihilated. So that's just something to think about. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says in another tweet, Ocasio-Cortez shared a video of the incident, which appeared to have been recorded by the man. Standing at the bottom of the Capitol steps, the man whose identity is unclear, and his identity is not unclear. Look at NBC News on Code and Lying, because he's an editor for Blaze. Amazing Lucas showed who he is. So now you mean to tell me that a major news outlet doesn't know who he is? And I got to show you guys this real quick. This is hilarious. Hold on real quick. I was about to look up Amazing Lucas's video. You know what I'm saying? But these thumbnails on YouTube popped up, and I just want y'all to see the Hunter Biden one. Y'all see the Hunter Biden one? Look. Look. Look at Hunter Biden. Look at Neely Fuller Jr. staring at him. That is a white supremacist. That's it. I mean, I'm looking at this title right here. Are U.S. black women worth fighting for? I mean, like, do you see white people making videos like that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, just, I mean, I'm sure if somebody's married to a black woman from the U.S., or they have, you know, a black mother, or they have a black sister, or they have a black daughter, yeah, I'm pretty sure that woman is worth fighting for. I don't understand. Like, there's that shit that like that kind of shit right there. I don't understand what the purpose of that is. Do you guys? I mean, I like, what do other groups of people think when they see that kind of stuff? You know what I mean? So I'm gonna show you guys Amazing Lucas's video about this real quick. What does Zero Hedge have to say about it? I don't really. I check out Zero Hedge once in a blue moon. Now, this is why I think, in my opinion, why they don't say anything about this person's identity. You see, this person's name is Alex Stein. So, you know, he's protected, if you get my drift.
Really? Oh my goodness. So I'm going to be honest with you. I have no idea where the right stands anymore. Okay. Because if we were to think about, let's say 10 years ago, people would be like decrying this. They'd be lambasting the guy. They'd be saying, this is horrible. This is disrespectful. This is disgusting. This is vulgar. And now we have people praising this. We have people, bypassing it under the guise of, oh, it's just trolling.
See? So, like, Lucas is saying the same thing that I'm saying. But, like, my thing is, I'm not trying to be funny. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to, like, bring up old bones out of the closet. But, like, if this was a couple years ago, like, I mean, like, I ain't trying to be funny, but, like, I don't think Lucas would have really had a problem with whatever anybody was doing. See, like, this is what I'm saying. Like, I'm not part of no political party. I don't fuck with AOC. You know what I'm saying? But I don't feel that she should have to deal with that kind of nonsense on the way to her job. Like, how many of y'all would want to see y'all female family members have to deal with that bullshit on the way to work if they happen to work in the city or some shit and they walking down the street? I actually have done something to people for doing that to my mom. You know what I'm saying? I don't think anybody want to see any woman in their family or even a friend like have to deal with that bullshit. Now, it'd be different if she wasn't wearing shit and she was just twerking her way up the stairs and, you know what I'm saying, she had on spaghetti straps and titties and ass all over the place. That wasn't the situation. She had on a business casual outfit, wasn't being loud and obnoxious. There was nothing inviting that particular genre of harassment, which there's never anything inviting any harassment because harassment is uninvited. But I'm just saying there was no justification for that, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
And what I'm referring to is this video of Alex Stein, who seems to be a simpleton that works for the Blazers.
So now, as you see, Amazing Lucas knew exactly who it was. Alex Stein. Now, the Blaze is a conservative media outlet, right? But make it known for the record that NBC, billion-dollar media, white media company, they say that he's unknown. Standing at the bottom of the Capitol steps, the man whose identity is unclear. How is it that a single YouTuber knows who this guy is, but NBC doesn't? So you got to ask yourself now, this is expanded into a larger conversation about the ability to be able to trust the white media, which we all know is a big no-no. You see the NBC just flat out lied. Yeah. Fat Joe should go to the Capitol building and, you know, say some gross remarks to Marjorie Taylor Greene or Boebert, but they'll both probably gun his ass down. You know what I'm saying?
There's a contributor of the Blaze, and he's apparently harassing AOC. Like, it's apparent. Like, there's no dispute. He's talking, as she's going up the stairs, he's talking about, oh, look at my big booty Latina. Oh, such a beautiful booty, right?
And the white people in the comment section on the video, were like, you're being a simp. You're white knighting. How is anybody being a simp? How is anybody white knighting? And this is what I'm telling you guys. Now, you notice that same behavior when it comes to gender war, because if you simply discern what's right versus what's wrong, a bunch of outraged beta males will just repeat that you're a simp. I'm a simp because I don't think that a woman should have to walk to work being harassed. I know I have misogynistic tendencies and I'm a straight ass dickhead, but you're not going to catch me just harassing the shit out of a woman for no reason. I'm not going to do that. Now, you know, I might say some shit that might get under your skin as far as, you know, my views on the world, or, you know, I might make some comments or something like that, but you're free to do whatever, you know what I'm saying, you need to do to live your life unharmed and unrestricted around me. I'm not going to make you feel uncomfortable for no reason if you're not bothering me. Exactly, Muffet. See, it's strange that NBC didn't identify him because they're a Democrat operation. And as you guys heard Lucas say, this guy works for Blaze, which is a conservative operation. So now my question is, what does that tell you about the Mayo Stream media? That tells you that the Mayo Stream media is on point, or not on point, but on code.
You're talking about, oh, hot, 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 like a tamale and all this.
AOC, my favorite big booty Latina. I love you, AOC. You're my favorite. She wants to kill babies, but she's still beautiful. You look very beautiful in that dress. You look very sexy. Look at that booty on AOC. That's my favorite big booty Latina.
I want you to do a little selfie.
I love it. My favorite AOC. Nice to meet you, AOC. Look how sexy she looks in that dress. Woo, I love it, AOC. Hot, hot, hot like a tamale.
Here's the thing. All right. For those of you who think it's funny, I want you to try this in like real life. Okay. And then we'll see if it's a joke or if it's a troll, or if you may wind up, you know, taking a nap. All right. Because that's exactly what would have happened. All right. If he had done this to a guy's girlfriend as she was walking up the stairs, and she didn't even have to be walking. Okay. She just walking up the stairs.
And see, that's what I had said in the comments. In the comment section, I said he should go to the Bronx and do that, or he should go to Spanish Harlem and do that and see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Go do that shit on the corner of 106 and Park and see what happens.
You could just be walking by. If this clown had done this to a dude's girlfriend, talking about, oh, look at the big booty Latino, ooh, all this, he would be in the hospital right now.
Right.
Rightfully so.
Right.
Rightfully so. I'd probably help in if I saw it happen as well, because this is some nonsense, all right? And you can miss me with this nonsense. And the people on the right, I'm seeing people on the right.
It's even worse when these motherfuckers have alcohol in their system. And that's a fact, Cameron. And see, I had said that too. But at the same time, no, she at work. You know what I'm saying? Like, he should make a YouTube video, challenge him to the octagon. You know what I'm saying? Now, he might not have been there at the moment. And, you know, AOC is a feminist, man. You know what I'm saying? Her dude is probably a beta. You know what I'm saying? He probably said, oh, honey, this is unacceptable. I'll protect you. And she probably flipped out. What? You don't think I can protect myself? I don't know the last time you checked, buddy, but my dick is bigger than yours. Oh, you're right, babe. You're right. You're right, sweetheart. I'm so sorry. I'm sure you'll take care of it, honey. I packed your lunch for you. So that's where we have all of these conflicts and shit. Role issues. LGBTQ people ain't the only ones that got role issues. You know what I'm saying? Now, if some shit like that happened with my girlfriend, I'd gladly be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, we could handle this shit twice. First time I'll catch him. After I catch him, get the license plates and the address. The second time I'll ride on him with a couple of my homies. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, sure. Why not? You know what I'm saying? We could use this motherfucker to practice our jab on and then spray paint Everlast across his forehead. I don't give a shit. Isn't her husband a small hat? He might be. I'm not sure. I know Kamala Harris's is. But so is the guy that was doing the harassment, Alex Stein. You know what I'm saying?
Right in there. I don't know. I'm just taken aback by this. Because I'm like, this isn't even funny, right? Like, who is this funny to? I don't know. Now, people are going to say this is, well, Lucas, this is white humor. I'm just like, is it though? Is it really? Because if this is what's considered, white humor, then it's devolved, all right? Because this isn't even funny. This is dumb. You have people who are trying to justify and rationalize what this clown did via a post that AOC put out talking about, hey, when you protest, you should make people feel uncomfortable. And I'm thinking to myself, what? Are you trying to use her post to justify what he did? Because what is he protesting? Okay, am I missing something? What was he protesting by?
And where was the protest? I didn't. It just looked like people going to a meeting, or they had to be somewhere. I didn't see no political action going on at that moment. So what was being protested there? He didn't think that she should go to work. Last time I checked, white people thought that none of us people that aren't white work anyway. So I know he wasn't protesting that, because that would go against his own dumbass white supremacist narrative. So what was being protested at that particular moment?
Talking to AOC, talking about her big booty, huh? What was he protesting? Don't be a freaking clown, all right? Because this was not funny. This was dumb and extremely disrespectful. I've looked at other videos of him because I'm like, I don't know who this guy is. This guy's a clown. And he has another video where he's talking to another, he calls a rhino. He's calling him a douchebag and all this. I'm like, what is this?
All right, so pay close attention, because this is what I'm talking about. And again, remember, when it comes to NBC said that they had no idea who this person is. He's unidentified. Okay, so how come y'all didn't identify him then? So now this is what I want you guys to think about. No crime was committed here, right? If you want to go extreme, okay, sexual harassment. All right, but aside from that, no crime was committed, right? NBC on record said that they couldn't identify this man. A single YouTuber identified him. You know what I'm saying? A single YouTuber identified him. So now what else has NBC left out that, quote, couldn't be identified? That single individual entities like a Amazing Lucas, or like Professor Black Truth, or like a Torian Rain, or like a TD Hip Hop Media, or like somebody like that could identify through their own independent commentary, somebody like Harvey. But when it comes to independent media, NBC has free reign, and other media conglomerates or other media startups don't. And that's because Google. So now, what if Amazing Lucas had got his channel removed? The only source of information that we'd have about this is NBC, and NBC says that they can't identify the guy, when clearly there's people out there who knows who he is. And by knowing who he is, they found another incident of this Chad having the same behavior. So now we've established a pattern of this behavior that would have never been investigated if it was left up to this NBC article where it said we can't identify this guy. My question is, what do you guys think about that? See, there's a lot of different things there's a lot of different angles in this. And this is one of the reasons why it's so important to pay close attention to this stuff, because the media flat out lies. We just caught the media flat out lying. Now, let me ask you guys a question. You think that the internet gods are going to make them take down that article? Or do you think that the internet gods are going to scrap that article itself? Because guess what? We've identified him, and you still have in print that he's unidentified. No. But if you say something opinionated or something that's not popular about a pandemic, or about a politician, or about an election you may feel differently about, or about gender beliefs, poof, you're gone. How's that work? Help me understand.
Why are you such a traitor, Adam? Why are you such a traitor? You know January 6th wasn't bad. You're a scumbag, Adam. You're the worst. Kinzinger, you're a douche. Look at Adam Kinzinger, the political douchebag. Kinzinger, you're a fake rhino Republican, Kinzinger. Look at this douche, Adam Kinzinger. He sucks.
What is this? And this is what the...
So there's that little weirdo doing that shit again. So now, if this guy was harassing you like this, again, and it's the same situation as the AOC situation. I mean, this dude he's just going to work. This is that shit. Now, when it comes to Hollywood, the paparazzi does the same type of thing as what this dude is doing. And then when somebody does something, like when Will Smith smacked that Ukrainian journalist, it's a big deal. I can't believe he put his hands on the media. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny, but I probably would, because I don't care about a white value system. I expect to be able to walk and go where I need to go. And if you're in my way or you're trying to make me feel comfortable, I'm going to immediately adjust that to make myself comfortable. And if making you uncomfortable is what I have to do in order to do that, then I'm going to do that. Amazing Lucas cut the comments off on the video. It must have gotten bad. See, yeah, I told you guys, they were in that video going crazy. Now, I'm not cutting no comment section off on my video. Not like I get a whole bunch of comments anyway, but I'll let them talk. Let these racist Chads and Karens talk. All they do is tell on themselves all the time. I don't know. I would have left that shit out, and I would have made a video of every racist ass comment that a Chad or a Karen made, because you know the comment section is full of them because they can't do anything else. They literally can't do anything else. They had no capacity to do anything else. So why not? You know what I'm saying?
Why are you such a traitor, Adam? Why are you such a traitor? You know January 6th wasn't bad. You're a scumbag, Adam. You're the worst. Kinzinger, you're a douche. Look at Adam Kinzinger, the political douchebag.
Now, how does any woman who's a law-abiding citizen, you know what I'm saying, who's going to work, deserve harassment? You know what's crazy? I didn't see not one white person say that Ghislaine Maxwell deserved harassment. As much as white people was talking crazy about Amber Heard, I didn't see Amber Heard have any kind of barriers or any kind of like verbal harassment like this. Maybe like one or two incidents. So basically what white people are saying is that AOC is worse than Ghislaine Maxwell. That's interesting. Again, this is what I was talking about in that last video. There's a moving goalpost for what they consider a death sentence and who they consider a death sentence for, which is not a system of justice. It also shows that there's a clear incapability of discerning justice. And I mean, hey, don't get mad at me. You're the one that set up the system that provided all of the data that proves and solidifies and shows that you're not capable of justice. Imagine being on a jury with 10 Chads just like that. You're toast. Just like everybody. You can guarantee one thing: white supremacists are going to get off for a crime, and that you're going to do extra time for a crime. Just look at that kidnapping of Gretchen Whitmer, the planned kidnapping of Gretchen Whitmer. Not one person faced charges, and they had text messages and everything. They've already made Jalen Walker guilty. I don't think Amber Heard's butt being flat is the problem. I think the problem is that she uses her butt for evil. She shit in the damn bed. I don't have to have a giant ass, but I do have to have a clean one. You know what I'm saying? You can't be leaving skid marks around the house. That's I would say that's where I draw the line, but if you're scooting your ass across the floor and you're drawing lines, you gotta go. You gotta go. You know what I'm saying? And I agree 100%, Muffet. I don't have no love for anyone in Congress either, at all. But the thing is that that's the norm for people in Congress. You know what I'm saying? All of the politicians are like that. So politicians are basically a criminal class of people that are allowed to get away with perpetual and ongoing crimes. So we have to look at that as a standard, and that's the least common denominator. So we can't really look at that as any kind of ethical standard on an individual level. You know what I'm saying? Cameron said, "Does she even wipe?" I don't know. I don't know. You've messed yourself up completely. You've messed yourself up completely by being associated with the fact that you're a woman and you shit in the bed. Like, you're done. Like, your life, you're done. Anybody that deals with you at that point is suspect. The fact that Johnny Depp stayed, I've been saying this for so long. Everybody was treating Johnny Depp like he was some baby and shit like that, man. What's wrong with Johnny Depp for staying with her? You gonna stay with somebody that shit in the bed? What's wrong with you?
Kinzinger, you're a fake rhino Republican, Kinzinger. Look at this douche, Adam Kinzinger. He sucks.
What is this? If this is what the Republican Party has come, no wonder people are leaving in droves, because it's you're basically the right wing of Antifa. That's essentially what you guys are. You guys don't do anything, and you just scream and cry and whine. That's what it is. And it's all under, own the libs, own the libs. Since when has own the libs been a policy? When has that progressed anything that you guys, of your agenda? I don't understand it. This is dumb, and I don't think this funny. If this dude had tried something like this with me, it'd been game over. He tried anything like this with I would assume anyone, all right, and the girl, it'd be game over. And
yeah, I mean, if you guys agree with Lucas, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. My thing is, it's about the behavior, and it's about the racial entitlement. And this is one of the reasons why, even if somebody behaves this way towards somebody I'm not a fan of, I'm going to do content about it, because it has to be consistent. It cannot be inconsistent. These people already have a system of white supremacy based on inconsistency. If we show inconsistent attention to white supremacist activity because of how we emotionally feel about the person that's the victim of white supremacy, we're being just as inconsistent as them. And I'm not into being anything like a white supremacist. And that includes inconsistent. That includes racist. That includes segregationist. That includes all of that shit. Nothing like them at all. You know what I'm saying? Andrew Tate. Earthworm Jim. Is that what you talking about, KO Kid Fit? Earthworm Jim. Shout out to my man Gullah Jack. What up with it, bro? He do look like Fred Savage. He's living the blunder years.
These people, they know.
Somebody should get Andrew Tate a Gucci condom to wear on his head. You know what I'm saying? Because that's another nutsack headed motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Who to pick, right? They know who to pick, and then they'll try and gaslight you if he ends up getting a dirt nap, talking about,
oh, why'd you do that, bro?
See?
It's freedom of speech, freedom of speech.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, this is...
Yeah, see, that's the same shit that I just said. That's the same shit that I just said. Yeah, Andrew Tate always be playing golf. This old that old testicle-headed ass motherfucker. He be like, when he play golf, he be on the green like 4 skin.
This is goofy. This is straight goofy time. Anyways, guys, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think. Whether or not you believe Lucas, he was just being funny, okay? I thought it was funny because AOC got a big booty. Or if you don't believe, yeah, maybe to some of you white guys, she has a big booty. But first off, I wasn't even gonna mention that. Secondly, nah, bro, you just being a clown, right? And
yeah, I mean, okay, like what if AOC did have a big booty. Like, what if? Does that make it appropriate? Is it justified now? Like, I would hope that dude would never go to a gym. Never go to a gym around a squat rack, motherfucker. You would dehydrate yourself from how you fucking explode all over the place. Jesus. So now this is it right here. See my favorite big booty Latina, AOC. That's your favorite big booty Latina. You ain't never seen none of them motherfuckers on Instagram, huh? AOC is your favorite. you ain't never checked out OnlyFans, huh? AOC is your favorite. Okay. All right. I ain't got no type. Congresswoman is the only bitches that I like. He yells in the video, repeatedly pointing at her. I love you, AOC. You're my favorite. Come to me, beautiful. Man, shut your dumb ass up. Like, damn. Repeatedly pointing at her. She wants to kill babies, but she's still beautiful. You look very beautiful in that dress. You look very sexy. Oh my God. Oh, look at that big booty on AOC. She's my favorite big booty Latina. Hey, motherfucker, you ain't pay your phone bill, huh? You ain't pay your phone bill, or your shit don't work outside Wi-Fi, huh? You think AOC got a big booty, huh? You just a dumb motherfucker taking pictures on the steps, huh? You out here sounding like a clown, huh? This motherfucking face look like he got that syndrome called Down, huh? You a big geek doing shit in Washington you wouldn't do in the street. Oh shit, man. Oh damn. Yo, goofy ass think AOC got a booty, huh? Yo ass acting like a saint because you think that she a cutie, huh? The crazy white boy got an AR-15 like it Call of Duty, huh? Oh shit. They at there, Washington, D.C., where they make the rule up. Get this white boy, man, he gonna shoot a school up. That's why I tell black folks you better tool up. Oh shit, man. Damn. I bet his mom looked like John Madden, huh? She done lost against gravity. Them titties up there sagging, huh? Gravity done beat that ass and them titties sagging, huh? I told you. There's a record of conservative men just talking disgusting about AOC. Yeah, exactly what that sheriff in Georgia was doing with Abrams and Keisha. Yeah. No standards. No standards. And that's it. And what's fascinating is that a woman like AOC to get right on code with those kind of people. You know what I'm saying? And that's the people that's victimizing. Ain't no black dude out there victimizing you, AOC. Pay very close attention who victimizing you. You ain't got hate crime protection for that shit neither. Now, if you was Asian, that motherfucker would be going to jail doing Fed time. You doing Fed time like 50 Cent said. I do a dime for 9. He do a dime for 9. You know what I'm saying? So now, then it says Ocasio-Cortez walks over to the man, suggests that he takes a selfie with her, throws up her fingers like a peace sign, and then walks away. Now, if that was a black dude that was doing that, she'd have had all kinds of angry, spicy energy. She'd have had ghost pepper energy. Screaming. I bet you that voice would have shrieked like a motherfucking banshee. She'd have went from being Puerto Rican to Irish. She'd have turned into a motherfucking banshee and a siren at the same time. Because you know they don't matter about the gender. Banshee and sirens and shit, they're not gender conforming and shit. So I don't know how you would do that. You know what I'm saying? But she'd be one of them motherfuckers, I guess. Hot like a tamale. Speaking of hot like a tamale. Did you hear that shit that Ricky Martin did? That was La Vida Loca, or allegedly Ricky Martin was actually living La Vida Loca. Did y'all hear about that shit? Yeah, somebody was sexualizing Abrams. They were sexualizing Stacey Abrams. I don't know what's more shocking. The fact that someone would be so degenerate as to sexualize a woman, or that they found a way to do that to Stacey Abrams. You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. So now here it says Ocasio-Cortez tweeted that she was actually walking over to deck him. No, she wasn't. Because she know that Capitol officer that she was complaining about, if she had decked his ass, that Capitol officer would have made her the next victim of TV violence. I think I've seen that video of the officer sexualizing Abrams. He was saying some disgusting stuff. Had a southern accent. Just you know, just saying some disgusting shit. You know, I've always wanted to get real close to one of them things on Star Wars. What is they called? Oh yeah. Oh, those Ewoks. They look like they got some soft skin, don't they? It's a congresswoman out there that look just like one. I can't get me an Ewok because I don't have no Millennium Falcon, but I can get me an Abrams. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why, but like Abrams just sounds like it should be the a company that manufactures some really good draft beer. You know what I'm saying? Abrams. Like Samuel L. Jackson said, the shit'll get you drunk. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to my man Ryan Glenn. What's up with it, bro? Ricky Martin was being La Vida Loca. You know what I'm saying? Somebody told me he was flaming hot like the Human Torch. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's true or not. Sometimes you can kind of tell. I mean, bro, you know what I'm saying? You out here dressing like your parents is lawyers and shit all the damn time. Something suspect with that. But anyway, U.S. Capitol Police officers appeared to stand nearby in the background of the video at the bottom of the stairs. Reached for the comment Thursday. Capitol Police said last night a man outside the U.S. Capitol building recorded a video of himself making crude comments to a member of Congress. Let me guess. The member of Congress was unidentified too, with their stupid asses. It's just so damn dumb. Hold on real quick. The comments, although inappropriate, are not criminal. Now, we know that. I know that, right? We said that earlier. But what I find fascinating is that not only did they fail to identify him purposely, but they also went above and beyond to make it known, well, he didn't commit a crime. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever seen them do that before? Usually, in most cases, they don't do that. Usually, in most cases, they just let you hang. You know what I'm saying? Literally, because that's, I mean, come on now. We know who's notorious for hanging people. Should we say it? Usually they just let you hang. I mean, it is part of that culture to hang people. You know what I'm saying? Can't let anybody forget about that. Never forget, never forget, never forget. You know what I'm saying? In the video, the man never threatened to or touched the congresswoman. And I mean, I don't think that anybody ever said that he did. It's just a video of him being an idiot. Shouts out to Chanel. What up with it, Chanel? Out of an abundance of caution, our officer stopped this man and ran his information, which did not show any warrants. AOC said that they didn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? She said, I was right there, and the Capitol Police were right there, and they didn't even do anything. They didn't even do anything. They were standing right there. She was sounding like Herschel Walker's son. Looking like him too. You know what I'm saying? They have a startling resemblance. I wonder if they share a common ancestor. You know what I'm saying? AOC did say she was a descendant of slaves. Wonder if her and Herschel hail from the same plantation. You know what I'm saying? She said she was walking over to deck him. She wasn't walking over to deck him. If you guys think that she was walking over to deck that guy, give me a thumbs up in the comment section. If you guys don't think that she was walking over to deck that guy, give me a thumbs down. She wasn't walking over to do anything. If she was going to do anything, she said, hey, do you really have to be an asshole? Is that necessary, what you're doing? Now, if that was a black dude doing that shit, she'd have came over there with that Bronx energy. She'd have said, lean back. You know what I'm saying? Before you get rocked away. That's too funny, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, players and pimps, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. All right. If you're not subscribed to the channel, y'all already know what to do. Make sure you hit that bell icon twice, smash the like button, share the video out to all of your followers, and I'll catch you all on the next video. All right. Peace.